All right, so we're working on painting the shed, working on testing out new devices. Graco Ultimate QuickShot. So I finally got to test this thing out. They've been out for a couple years. We're putting it to the test. Just cruising right along, spraying with it. Pros and cons. It's actually pretty simple, quick to fill, release off your belt. It's definitely getting a lot of buildup, overspray, a con on the guard, which causes it to, drip. It sprays fast. You can hold the trigger down and just pull the trigger and it keeps up. So, which is pretty amazing. So if you lose, like, I ran out of product, lost prime. So I just turn it to prime, hit spray, it starts spraying again. So the controls are easy to access, right there. Done, almost this whole shed. It is a little heavy on my waist, but comparing it to, say, like a backpack, I've tried 2 different backpack, a sprayer and a brush, and the backpack, I kind of like the weight on my back versus my hip, but this isn't, bad at all. I hooked up this extension to it. Now I don't have to be so close. I'm getting kickback, breathing overspray and stuff. I think using extension, it has enough backfid this way. I think one thing I do have an issue with, kind of a con, is I keep hitting the pressure control knob. So I just sprayed right there and I just realized it's low again. Every time it keeps hitting my hand, something, and turning the pressure down. So it's maybe when I'm filling it up or something. I think if that pressure control knob was on the top or out of the way and not easily hit, or some guard that would flip over and protect it from being hit, but that's not that big of a deal. All right, so I've got the whole entire shed now sprayed, with this Graco Ultimate QuickShot. So, just to give you, some of my final thoughts, I've kind of gave some thoughts, throughout spraying, with it. When I opened it up, to my surprise, it was very well made, very well built. It wasn't a lot of plastic is what my impression was when I saw the thing, all over the internet. The gun is very well built. The sprayer itself is, very well built. It's very easy to set up and begin using. If you've never used an airless sprayer, for a sprayer, this is probably the easiest setup you'll ever run into. One of the pros, it's great for small projects. Now, this is, probably getting to the brink of where you would want to not spray anything larger than something like this with it. You're loading it up so many times versus a conventional airless sprayer. A smaller shed, like small pieces of furniture, outdoor furniture. One of the cons is the amount of times you're gonna have to fill it up. If I was to just load up a conventional sprayer, I could load up this 5 and I can do all these buildings in front of me and never have to load that sprayer up again. I probably loaded it up, I don't know, 10 times or more, somewhere in that range. But I didn't find it to be a big deal. But if you're doing like a small piece of furniture, I'd say like most of the pieces of furniture that I paint, they're gonna be a quart or less, somewhere in that range. So you probably you would only have to fill it up one time. Just take that in consideration. It is only a quart. Now, could they actually make it 3 gallons? That could be interesting. We'll just jump on to some of the cons about it. The price. I mean, this is a really expensive sprayer, and it's expensive, more expensive than some just full-size conventional airless sprayers. It's a little bit steep, for what you're paying for it. This hose right here, it did have a tendency to get in the way, especially when you're using a cardboard shield. It drug up against, the substrate, got paint on the hose and stuff. If you're not using a cardboard shield, it's easy to control the hose. Another one of the, the cons is it's a low pressure sprayer. And I think inherently with low pressure sprayers, when you're spraying overhead, you get a lot of fallout and heavy droplets falling back on you. So I was spraying this off, it's overhead. On one of the other sheds, I was getting a lot of, fallout in my face. Now on the flip side to that, this gun, to my surprise, and what I heard too, is it does not spit. So it doesn't spit at all. And I think that's one of the reasons guys are using it to spray cabinets with and spray trim with, because it doesn't spit. You don't want to get spits on anything like fine finish, cabinets and stuff like that. So it does get fallout because it's low pressure, but being low pressure, it doesn't spit. So that's, kind of cool itself. Now, one of the cons to this thing, if you just look at it, it is a little tiny sprayer. And if you're using it in that fashion, not releasing the trigger, it's gonna have a little tiny pump in there. And that little tiny pump is gonna work so hard, you could have a tendency to burn that thing out, significantly faster than what it was meant to last. So I think these are small project sprayers. If you start to push the limits and start to spray something like this, if you burn it up on a couple sheds, that's gonna be a huge loss to you. But is this something I would recommend? I mean, for a do-it-yourselfer or a professional painter for doing small projects, I would actually recommend this thing, and I do kind of like it.